Good morning, woodworkers. You know how it is, at least for me, it's a real problem when I'm putting a insert in the bottom of a pull drawer. And I have a mock-up of it here that I put together. And so here's the problem that you run into. Get a ruler here. Now you want to know the width of your insert that goes into, of course, into the groove here that you've cut for your insert to slide into for the bottom of the drawer. Okay, the first thing you got to do then is measure from inside to inside, which in this case is 7.5 inches. Then what do? Well, you've got to decide how deep each one of these grooves are. And what if it's an odd figure? And this happens every once in a while. Well, I have an interesting answer of how to do that, and that is this little sliding inside measuring device. And if you've heard me talk about it before, I have a terrible time with measuring of things and getting it right. It seems like I'm either on the wrong side of the 7 or on the right side of the 7 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So what I've done is made a little adjustable thingamajig, I don't know what to call it. And what you can do is set it in here, see, like so. I've already adjusted this one to the size. And then what works good for me is to just slip it back and forth and see if I've got a little slack, like a 1/16 of an inch of slack in between there. Then I remove this. Now I have the measurement that I need for the inside bottom. So what I thought we'd do today is to build one of these, whatchamacallit, inside measuring device. And that way you don't have to worry about numbers or anything of that kind. I better get you caught up with what I've done so far on this thing. I've taken 2 pieces of oak, this approximately the same width, and then I have, with the router, I have plowed out a 1/4 inch groove through here with my 1/4 inch router bit. The other thing that I've done is, you see, I put an angle on the end of my stick here that is going to go together like this. You see, looking at this end, the taper goes up, and looking at this end, it goes down. So that gives you a more exact measurement if you do it that way. Okay, the other thing that I have done is to drill a hole here that will line up with the groove, and then I'm going to glue a piece of dowel in there, and it can slide along this groove and help align everything so that the thing will stay straight for you. That's basically all there is to it. The other thing, of course, is to put a bolt. I used a carriage bolt, like so. You can see how it goes through there. You know, if you don't have a router, you can do another method, which I did on this circle beam that I built a while back. I took little pieces of wood and inserted between 2 pieces that I cut on the table saw, not the bandsaw, and then glued them all together, and that way I have the perfect dimension here in the middle for the bolt to slide back and forth in. So I forgot to mention that earlier, but if you don't have a router table, this works perfectly well. If you have an idea of a better way or another way of measuring the insert for the bottom of a drawer, I'd love to hear about it. But this is my method, and if you want to build one or pass it on, you're certainly welcome. And that's going to be it for this week. I hope that you enjoyed our session today, and tell your friends about it. Feel free to share this with someone else. I always like to pass on good ideas when I come across them. And so that will be it for What's Up Wayne this week, and we'll see you next week. So this will be it for this week. Goodbye.